Single men who had a woman move in. What are examples of a woman's touch that she added? Stuff on the walls that isn't like a band poster or painting of Goodfellas. Lamps, cushions on everything, rugs. Bathroom looks like a meth lab. Seasonal decorations. All sorts of weird kitchen utensils and devices not used for making mac and cheese and frozen pizza. Basically taking a livable place and making it into a home, but also adding complexity to fine stuff. Meth lab lol. So much more stuff in the bathroom. I never even knew it could be that much. She saw my hair routine and told me it was all wrong. We went out and spent close to $100 in new shampoo, conditioner, curling leave-in conditioner, a coconut rehydrator and a curling boost cream. My hair has never looked as nice as it does now. Before she moved in, I see so many men with hair that could be gorgeous if they made a little effort. Good for her for hooking you up. Cries in baldness. Houseplants everywhere. I'm probably staring at a dozen of them from where I'm sitting. She decorates for the seasons and holidays, not only Christmas, but even St. Patrick's Day, Halloween, Easter, July 4th. Always putting up and taking down all her fun little knickknacks. She loves it, and I wouldn't even think of doing this on my own. I bought a little facky light up birch tree from Costco several years ago for Christmas. It's still up. It's on a timer, so now it's mostly a reminder to go to bed if the tree turns off. Last place I lived, we had a shelf in the living room with a small Christmas tree, a pumpkin, a midsummer's pole. I'm from Sweden. Midsummer is a big thing here. Some Easter decorations etc. all lined up year round. Thought that was a nice solution. That's kind of cool and funny. My mom put up and took down decorations like a military sergeant on a mission to invade a small country. There wasn't a single ornament or strand of tinsel left in our house 4 days after Christmas. My sister moved in with her BF, now husband, and the thing I remember him telling me about her is she shamed him for using plastic utensils and paper plates for all meals. Yes, that's right. Dude never ever wanted to do one dish, so he would just stock up on one-time use utensils / dishes and just throw away the whole mess when done. Cushions. Always with the cushions. I don't think there's a time where my girl has less than 3 blankets and 4 pillows on the couch. I was going to protest, but then I did the math, and I'm indeed laying on a couch next to exactly 4 pillows and 1 blanket. Same. Oops, me too. I also have a big squishy dog plush with a dumb happy face and a little butthole sewn on that counts as another pillow. Most things are organized. Colors and artistic touches in some places. Some things must be closed always, e.g. spice jars. Some things open all the time, e.g. windows to air out the house. Color motifs. I never paid attention to that. I guess she'd be satisfied to see that you apparently learned the things that need to be open / close. Good boy. Hair in the drain. Hair everywhere. When you start pulling it out of your cracks in the shower, you know she has fully assimilated. Can confirm. Found hair everywhere. She is now my wife. I'm picturing a man in a happy wedding photo standing next to cousin it from the Addams family. Not far off. I used to get pinching sensations randomly and find a strand wrapped around my junk. She organized my fridge logically, and there's loads of space in there now. She noticed I had bare bulbs everywhere, so now there's lampshades. She had a male family member put up shelves and put my TV on the wall, and there's more room everywhere. BTW, I stopped doing DIY about 10 years ago because I hate it. She wants the kitchen cupboards and sink replaced and is willing to pay half. I'm happy with that. She bought tasteful, not too feminine, canvas art at a charity shop, and every room now has art on the wall, often covering up holes from the previous owner's art. She's planted vegetables in a 8'X 2-foot plot that she dug out herself and got slabs for free on Freesicle, so now we can walk to my shed in winter without getting shoes wet or muddy. There are lacy thongs and bras all over the place, but I love that. Tell us more about this logical fridge organization. Go through the fridge at the end of the week and toss expired stuff. Place milk, drinks, juices together at the top shelf. Place leftovers, eggs, produce and meat you will be using in the next few days in the middle shelf at eyesight, so you don't forget about them. Use containers to hold cheese and deli meat in a drawer so it doesn't become super cluttered. Same with the produce in the crisper drawer. Nothing but butter, condiments and the like in the door shelves. Organize meat in the freezer where you can see them to prevent them getting forgotten and freezer burned. Frozen fruit in the bottom pull-out drawer. Ornaments in the bathroom. I never considered a porcelain pelican on my windowsill. What purpose does it serve? Birds look cool, yeah. But do we really need 15 chicken statues in the kitchen? Duh. Chickens are happiest when they belong to a flock. They got needs too. Furniture. I had a couch, TV stand, and a bed for furnishings. LMAO, that reminds me. My cousin's in military and he had to move into a small apartment. He said he only has a bathroom, TV and a bed. Me and my dad went, that's decent for that price nowadays, and my mom said, how are you even alive? I literally got a couch just for potential company. If I had a choice, I'd just rock a hammock and a TV tray. Military teaches you that you really don't need much. More problems, especially when you're gonna move anyway. I have a couch that just functions as a giant cat bed facing the TV that I also don't use, and stand which has completely empty drawers. My living room is entirely for appearances. There are bins everywhere now. Bins for literally anything you can think of. Help. I respect organization, especially with bins. What I can't stand is unorganized bins. Like stuffing stuff in a closet as cleaning. My girlfriend hasn't moved in yet, but she cleans and likes to add little decorations. As a first, my place now has art. It's not too late. You are close to having some lawn and door knickknacks soon. Garden gnomes are inevitable now. Don't let those little buggers in. My wife brought home one 3 years ago cause she thought it looked cute. Now I have to deal with so damn many of those little Travelocity trollops that I have no clue how many are actually in the room with me right now. My wife also lost count at some point, and I've become convinced they are moving locations on their own. Send our help. Travelocity trollops. I'm dying. It was suddenly never quiet, and I found that I had far more chores to do. Oh, and my couches and chairs suddenly began to spawn pillows in interesting fabrics. There is never quiet. It's never TikTok. Gross. For her to enjoy. It's TikTok. Gross. For us to enjoy. At maximum volume. Headphones and or thoughts to herself are not an option. If you get in the right groups and niches, TikTok can be great. I use that for more recipes and woodworking ideas than I do Pinterest these days. Is there a niche for shaming people watching TikTok at high speaker volume with others around? That'd be Reddit. Bobby pins everywhere. Forgot what the bathroom counter looked like BC of the clutter from MacUp and misc items that never get used. Years ago I broke up with a girlfriend I lived with and didn't realize a breeding pair of bobby pins had gotten into my stuff as I packed up. I was still finding her bobby pins 3 or 4 years later. Right up until my current partner moved in and brought her own hair accessories. Hopefully she just assumed the odd bobby pins were hers, lol. If I find a bobby pin, I assume it's one of the ones at large from when I wasn't sure if I'd removed them all. If I had a man cheating, she could be losing bobby pins all over the place and I'd never know. Cats. Nice. Every fragrance of hers is better than mine in making the place smell nice. Incense, diffusers and air fresheners. I thought spiced apple or vanilla cookie was honestly the go-to fragrances. But she buys some crazy bougie online stuff that honestly it smells better than what I'd imagine being rich smells like. Ironically, all the women I have lived with haven't been very home why Martha Stewart they were not. Although they did definitely clog up the drains, it was actually me who insisted on matching furniture, framed art on the walls, holiday decorations, etc. And now that I'm a single dad, my mother recently told me to be careful who I invite back to my house. That it was uncommonly put together for a man and that might attract another woman who doesn't mind letting me do everything like other women I had in life. She suggested I visit this first to make sure they already live similarly to myself. Good call, mom. I think I'll do that. Honestly, my husband's house was already all put together and I was so incredibly grateful. I'm not the decorating type, but I love living in a place that is all put together like that, lol. I'm the handy one though. So I brought my tools and tackle his to-do lists, so I like to think it's a fair trade. As long as the tools aren't black plus DECKER or something like that, I will allow the term handy one. Loss of bathroom counter space, but much better shampoo. Lace trim added to our leather restraints. AWW. That's sweet. Next y'all can bedazzle your butt plugs. Bold to assume that hasn't already been done. Our next project is to tie-dye the gym suit. New type of water sports unlocked. You figured out what we will use as the dye, I see. Plants bro. Always thought I didn't have a green thumb, but realized I was overthinking plants. Now the place is full of them. They bring a lot of life into a place. The house got messier and more cluttered. As a positive, I'd say the pantry became more organized, though that might be a necessity as there's now 10x more food in the house. When I lived alone, I pretty much only kept enough food for the next 3 days. She stocks enough food for 3 months if we used all the ingredients. I did the same thing to my fiance, only he was really living bare bones. When I first met him, he didn't even keep butter in the house. He ate 1 meal a day and that was ordered out because he didn't cook. Going back a few years, it was like having a bloody ghost. Things were moved and other stuff just disappeared to be replaced by something else. Oh, that's the worst. When you're somebody who knows exactly where everything in your house is, and then you go looking for that one specific thing only to find that the spot it's supposed to be has been reorganized. So you ask them, have you seen the very specific thing that was in this exact spot? And you get I don't know, or I don't remember seeing very specific thing. Candles and other scent products.